Hey guys, good morning, Deeds.
Good morning. How's it going this morning?
Yeah, it's Monday.
It is Monday. Happy Monday.
Yeah, did you get a good walk in?
I got a good walk-in. Yeah, two Christopher walk-ins.
Two
Actually,
good
yeah,
walk-ins.
did 2 miles this morning. Just did two
Yeah.
laps for the better. Uh, yeah, it was gonna be good weather this week. It's going to be in the 80s. Uh, and yeah, just have a busy schedule, so that's always a good thing. Have some windows to clean tomorrow, and then a driveway, pool deck, windows Wednesday. So it's all good this week. How's your week looking?
Yeah, it's Monday. No,
Yeah.
we have that restaurant job that we're doing today. It was well, so I got a text Saturday. The owner of the restaurant said, "Hey, I've got somebody here doing all of the interiors already. It was part of whoever was doing the build.
Sure.
Can you send me a new estimate?" So I sent him a new estimate. Um, so we're only doing exterior today.
Okay.
It's kind of a drag. Breaks down basically our bid halfway. One, two, going behind somebody is always not my. It's not my favorite thing to do. Um, Sometimes it works out fine, and sometimes it's just I end up cleaning up more of a mess. But because I'm strictly exterior today, it will give me a great opportunity to show exactly how it is Streak Free AZ does business.
Hmm.
In this new quote, it's funny because it dropped our price by half basically. Um, but I sent him a new estimate that included 1 month's service.
Cool.
So I'm trying to. So the bid now is actually $6 more than I sent him originally, but
Uh-huh.
now it will be this clean plus two more cleans next month to get the ball rolling because that's the opening of his restaurant.
Yeah.
He can't have it looking like doo doo.
Yeah.
Um, the weekend before Mother's Day is the first clean that I set it up for, and then the weekend of Memorial Day, right?
Nice.
Two busy ass weekends.
Very
So
busy. Yeah.
my intent was to let him know here. First off, we do what we say we're going to do, and we show up on time. And he originally told me, "Well, we don't want to have it. I don't want to have to worry about it." And because that's how Billy and I like to run things, we want to be done before these guys even show up to work. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I
Yep.
want, I want them to roll up and be like, "Damn, that's my place of business," or "I own that."
Yeah. Those are clean
Because when
windows.
we get done, yeah, when we get done cleaning, that's how we feel. Like, damn, we did that. You
Yeah.
know. So I want him to walk up and feel that same way. So that's the goal. I
Cool.
was a little like I said, I was a little stressed about the change in the estimate. Not stressed,
Sure.
but like, damn, well, it's a
It's
couple.
a gut punch. You were hoping for the full nut and you're just getting
Yeah,
half.
yeah. So now now we're talking half of that, and also I wanted to. I really want this on a contract. I don't really have too many contracts with people. I do have a contract with Caps, my restaurant.
Mhm.
One of the things I do too is after a long term of service with them, nobody wants to cut you a check every single month whenever I go there. It's a pain in the ass. So what she does is she pays January for January, February, and March, right? And then in April, she pays by the quarter. So it just makes things a lot easier. And that's basically how I'm trying to approach this new bid too. The frozen deeds. You're frozen, buddy. No, frozen. Anyways, so if you're still watching and
Some
tuning
kind
in,
of
this
a,
is
there we
Goo.
go.
Oh, here you go.
Boom. Had to wake it up. Had to
Wakey, wakey.
touch the device. But anyway, yeah. So that sucks about the contract. Hopefully it will line itself up and you'll be all set.
Yeah, and like I said, if one of the things too, I do find that like a prepay thing, it does work well for
Mhm.
some of my people. Especially like for restaurants too. They're not like the owners or the people who cut the checks and things like that. They're not going to be around 6:30, 7:30, 8:30 in the morning. They also don't want to take the time to write the check later in the afternoon or this and that. And so,
Yep.
it's just a nice, easy way
Oh
to
yeah.
get things done.
Yep. That's always good when the customer gets you the check before the job or 3 months before the jobs, It's a it's a good
Well,
deal.
it's
Smart.
motivation to get your ass there, bro. It's like, hey,
Oh
bro,
yeah.
you've already been paid. You better get your ass there. Like, and
Yep.
no ifs, ands, or buts. Um, like so for Caps, that restaurant that I speak of, we do that restaurant the first Wednesday of the month. Um, so she knows, let's say it rains or we have something in this schedule that comes up. Um, she doesn't have to worry about it. She knows that we'll be there either a day before or a day after or the following Wednesday.
Hmm.
But after I had built that trust and that relationship for over a year, she's like, "You're not going anywhere." And at the time, I was like $40 a month less than everybody. I raised their price like $15, and I'm
Hmm.
still. I think the last time when I told her, I was like, "I hate to do this to you," and she's like, "Don't ever, don't ever uh, be afraid to or say sorry for having to raise your prices, Jason." She's
Hmm.
like, "The number you just gave me is still less than I paid the last guys, and they weren't as good, and half the time they didn't show up."
Sure. Yeah. I went to a chiropractor. They were paying $20 for like 16 large panes inside and out, like 10-foot
Mhm.
panes. I said, no, you can keep him. No, I can't match that. Just adjust my neck and we'll go from there.
Call it a day.
Call it a
Speaking
day.
of
Yeah.
chiro, I need to go back to mine, dude. My back's been not so good.
What's wrong?
Lower,
Lower or upper back?
yeah, lower. When I was 22 years old, I fell 3 stories in between a staircase
Uh-huh.
at an
Ouch.
arena, and I broke my pelvis. And every
Oh,
now and then, that shit acts up, and
yeah.
yeah, it's not so great.
Did you have
And
like
right,
a fracture? Was it a stress fracture or a crack or
it was
anything?
like a crack. It was, yeah. I didn't have to have surgery. I was 22. I
Hmm.
didn't have to have a clamp or anything like that. Those were the options. I basically had to sit and lay for quite a
Sure.
few weeks, and that was not a very fun time of my
No,
life. That
that's a
should
pain in the ass, big time.
yeah, literally. And that's one of those things where you cannot get comfortable. And yeah, so
Ouch.
it's like if you lay on your back, it puts too much pressure one way. If you lay on your side, it puts too much pressure this way. If it puts,
Hmm.
yeah, that
Yeah.
was not good.
Yeah. I had a ski jump when I was younger. Hit the ramp going real fast. You're supposed to stop at the net, but I like flew through the net. My buddy's like, wait, stop. So I hit the ramp and I flew and I was like, oh shit, this is not good. Did the whole
Yeah,
Talladega Nights, and I did maybe 2 or 3 flips, clear the landing zone and the ramp. I Long story short, when I hit the ground, it was so bad I landed on my back. Uh, I could feel like I was about to shit my pants, and it hurt so bad I couldn't lay down to do any oil changes for like 6 months. I definitely bruised like a kidney or something, but the pelvis, the hip, something was messed up for quite a while. But I never got an X-ray because I'm an idiot.
yeah, no, that when you hurt your tailbone, your pelvis, that lower area, man, it's just a disaster.
All your weight up above that, your vertebrae on that.
Well, and they told me I wasn't gonna walk. I was in a coma for like 3 or 4 days.
Wow.
Um, and then I was in the hospital for another 3 days. And they told me, "Oh, you likely won't walk normal for a couple years.
No shit.
Um, and if you'll walk at all." And I was just like, "Bitch, I'm 22 years old," and I was like, I was in pretty good shape. I mean, I wasn't like still playing soccer or anything at that point. Oh, actually, I was. Um, yeah, I was in good shape. So I was like, whatever. I never listen to doctors, anyways. I mean,
Sure.
most of us don't.
What do they
Uh,
know?
yeah, and 22 years old, and I had already, I had my kid, and I was just like, this isn't gonna keep me down. I at that point in my life, that's actually the when I did become an alcoholic. I know that now, but I
Mhm.
didn't know that then. I couldn't sleep. I was in such pain. The only thing that would give me a couple solid hours of sleep was being drunk.
Sure.
So, they told me you can either take pills for pain or you can drink, but you can't do both, buddy. And I
Yeah,
was
it's
like,
not good.
pills, they don't do anything anyways, and I don't want to be addicted to pills.
Sure. Alcohol's a
Uh,
little easier.
yeah, little did I know that I was slowly becoming a hardcore alcoholic. But we live and
It
learn,
happened.
buddy.
You did live, you did learn. So,
Yeah.
you know,
But
six
did you
years
die?
sober. The what?
Yes. I said, but did you die?
But did you die? No, no, you didn't. So,
Not that
no,
time.
well,
So we're gonna hit out that that restaurant today, and I'm gonna try and use that sill brush.
nice.
Yeah, I'm excited about
Get
that.
those frames looking silky smooth because it's the interior frames that are going to look off, if they don't clean them, etc. So,
Yep. And so that's the one thing that I'm kind of looking forward to also is seeing how they have there's like big splots of like paint and drywall and whatever on their windows, how they got that stuff off. Hopefully they
sure.
didn't scratch anything.
Right.
The inside of the actually both, the restaurant, the wall, the entrance has five very large, I don't know, I'd say they're probably 5 feet tall by 6 feet long or five.
Sure.
They're not
Right.
exactly squares, but they have five big ass pieces of glass up on the like the second story of the restaurant. It's not like a story; it's basically just a facade, like the face of it.
Hmm.
But I don't know how somebody with a just regular soap and bucket and water could have got up and done the interiors of those windows. Um, so I'm looking forward to seeing that too. And
If and when you get the call back because the interiors suck, remember to charge accordingly a la carte for that one. Even though you've got the hookup maybe on their monthlies, you got to make it worth
oh,
getting in there
yeah,
and
trust me, I'm all about that one. And well, here's the thing too, because of the way that those pieces of glass, those panes of glass are staggered in the restaurant. Um, it could, and there's not much. It's gonna be drips
sure.
coming down. You know what I mean? So, or there will be water that might get on other glass, and there could be other. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
It'd be interesting to see how it goes.
Well, it's funny. I got this connect from another window cleaner out in Mesa, our friend Chad G. Shout out to him. He actually just
Chad
texted me.
G.
Yeah, the G texted me this morning too, and I need to help him with something else real quick. But I told him, hey man, when I was doing this bid, I was like, I don't know what I should do on this because the numbers I was coming up with were really high.
Hmm.
And I texted him about it, and he's like, "Look, man, you're right. He might shoot it down, but you just let him know." And when I had a face to face conversation with the gentleman as
Hmm.
opposed to a text or phone call, and we did a walk around of the complex, so that really helped too. Anytime you can get, here's a pro tip: anytime you can get face to face with client owner, especially too, not just manager or someone else. If you can get an owner on site to do a walk around and explain what it is that you do, your services that you provide, the value built, the value building in it, um, it's it's totally worth it. So when it
Yeah,
may
it
not
helps
seem,
your closing for sure.
yeah, well, especially if you're a strong one and you know what the fuck you're doing.
Right.
uh, so if you have an opportunity to get the decision maker, again, not just a manager or something like that. You get a decision maker, the bankroll guy. You know what I mean? If you can get them to understand what it is that you're doing and break it down into full detail, it certainly helps.
Sure.
And I look forward to hopefully landing this contract and making it work out for years to come. It could be something really solid for us.
Awesome. Well, good luck. It'll go well.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Gonna get some footage while we're out there too, if I can. So that should be fun. I should probably change a couple. Excuse me. I got my cartridges in and my filters. Um,
Cool.
I may just run them one or two more times, but I mean, I know I have them. Uh,
Yeah, always just as backup for when you hit 11 or 12 parts per million.
but I hate like it never seems to be at a convenient time. But I also hate chucking or trading out my cartridges too soon. I love to squeeze as much juice as I can out of them, if you dig it. You
Sure.
know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
Uh, so I don't know, man. But
Oh, you don't want to wait for, you remember, you're streak free. Just change
yeah,
them out. Change them
hey, I
out this
didn't say
week.
spot free. I said streaks, bitch.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Spotting may require additional whatever.
Yeah,
But
sorry, I
yeah,
didn't say spot free.
that's
I'm
right.
not a car wash.
That's right. I did some windows yesterday, and it was solar screen. So it was $8 a screen. There was like 10 screens, so it was fun taking out all the screws. But what I realized afterwards is after I cleaned them all and they're all drying in the sun that I had oxidized paint from the
Yeah,
windowsills, the whatever.
I
So there's
do.
like little white fingerprints all over these black, beautiful solar whatever. So I had to pull out, I had to scrub them, had to wash them like a second time. It was a pain in the ass, and then handle with care putting them back because the goddamn frames were so oxidized. Yeah, it was bad. So it was real sloppy, but did a water fed pole, so it was just rinse, rinse, rinse. Made a really nice window cleaning job yesterday, and just be careful of your fingers and oxidized paint because that shit will get everywhere.
Yeah. You in office today?
Oh yeah, yeah, it's Monday. Mondays and Fridays pretty much
Why
locked
do
in
we do
now
these shows on Monday, Wednesday, Friday if you got to be in the office at 6?
because I'm guaranteed not to have to be out the door and at somebody's house, at
Ah,
this time. The truck running the cones out and getting everything out. So I can guarantee a slot in the morning. So whether or not we get the full half hour to an hour, it differs.
uh, I think we're doing a bang up job, but what
Yeah,
the fuck, you know?
yeah.
Ah,
We're just simple window cleaners.
we are, we
Yeah.
are. So, did you have a good weekend?
Had a great weekend. Yeah, very quiet. Uh, got some jobs done, like I said, window cleaning, Sunday, Saturday, driveway and such. Very nice weekend. Got a bunch of stuff done. This week, got a few jobs on the schedule and just a couple floaters. Still waiting to hear back on that large job, but it'll probably be a week or two. He's probably getting a couple estimates. And my mom will be in town in about 3 weeks. 4 weeks,
Oh
we're
yeah,
going to the beach. So May is going to be a fun month for us.
good for you. School's almost out. How about when's it out for you guys?
End of May.
Oh, you
Yeah,
homeschool though,
I
right?
homeschool, but we follow the school calendar so we can, do
Yep.
our vacations accordingly and stuff. But yeah, so they're doing great at school this year. Um, they're excited to do the beach and enjoy spring or summer, what have you. So it's nice.
Yeah, man, I'm excited too. I can't believe that how fast this school year just went.
Mhm.
Like, so I take my high schooler every day, and it feels like the school year just started. And I remember like having a conversation about, hey, school's going to be all right. It's just high school, and I didn't have to hype him up. It's not the type of kid he is, but I felt like I had to have that dad talk, right? And I
Sure.
do that from time to time, but the more and more I realize how quickly this year is ending, and I'm realizing how quickly these morning drives that I'm getting with my son are going to end. They're going to be over with rather quickly.
Yep.
So, one of those weird things, like you dread sometimes taking him to school. It's like, what a pain in the ass. And then you're like, damn, I'm not going to get this time back.
Yeah.
So,
You're gonna miss those days.
yeah, some philosophical goo in the morning on Monday today.
Yes. Cherish the
uh,
moments, even when you're driving them to school in the car
yep.
line.
Ugh. See, we
Yeah.
go early so we don't have to deal with that car line bullshit. It's I get him, drop him off early. School starts like 7:30, so we're usually there half hour early. He has
Cool.
a training class anyways that most of the kids are usually there getting ready for. So
All
it's a
right.
good deal. Good
Good
deal.
deal. Beat the traffic.
Yeah, man, I'm not big on that. That's also why we start window cleaning when it's dark. I don't like
Yeah.
we don't like to deal with the traffic. And if you're done, typically we get done between 9 and 11. Um, Traffic's done then too.
Yeah.
So
Starts
beat
back
the
up at
best of
noon.
both. Yeah, beat the best of both worlds. You beat the heat, you beat the traffic.
Yep. There you go. Well, yeah, so not much else going on with my week, just a couple jobs and just keep on plugging along on that one. Um, so oh, how's your son doing the soccer?
Soccer went well, man. We are on to the state semifinals Saturday morning, 8:30 a.m. Hey, Fred, chill.
Awesome.
And if he wins that, then the finals will be in Sunday. And if they win that, then off to Idaho in June, which is
Awesome.
kind of crazy because, hey, Fred, stop. It's kind of crazy though, because, um, I have my trip planned in June. He had a trip planned June 13th through the 20th, and he was going to be in Denver. And
Sweet.
now he'll likely need to stay home to train if we get. Hey, stop! If we get involved if we win the tournament.
Sure.
So he'll need to be stay home and train, and then if he ends up doing that, then I guess he can go to Denver maybe in July or something. I don't know. But it's going to be a busy summer. It's going to be a lot of fun. I have a meeting tomorrow to kind of finalize some of the deets on my trip. I hope I don't have to rearrange any of my schedule after I get going to accommodate for soccer, but we'll see how that goes. We'll see how
Well,
that goes.
should be good. Just make sure to, once it's concrete, stick with it and go for it. And that's what makes it
Yeah.
hard because you don't know what's the soccer's doing.
Well, my thing is fortunate enough for me on my end is I don't have to. His soccer doesn't start till June 20th. I would have
Mm,
been wrapping up my trip, and I could still do it this way, but
sure.
for that would be me leaving from Denver to Idaho and meeting the family there. Um, but I don't know if I
It's
don't
a long
know.
time away. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But like I said, I got a meeting tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. Figure that out. Have some more people um,
Cool.
with their minds on this than just mine. It's sometimes like it's difficult for just me to plan something like this. There's got to be somebody smarter than me that's involved somehow,
Sure.
some way.
Hmm.
So I asked for a little help, and help I did receive, and so we're gonna put a couple of noggins together and get it all figured out.
Awesome. Well, that's
Yeah,
cool. Looking forward to it. That trip. I can't wait to see how it unfolds.
yeah, dude. I've got some really. I have received a couple calls and texts from people who have extended invites, which is amazing,
Awesome.
and that makes my heart feel boom, 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 boom. Good, dude. The
Yeah.
juices are flowing. Um, so I appreciate that. It looks like I will be making a stop somewhere in that Oklahoma Arkansas border. I will be making a stop in Tennessee. That one's on lock. And yeah,
Cool.
man, I'm I'm
Go
excited in my
west. Yeah.
heart. Yeah, go west, young man. Go west. I don't know
Yeah.
about the
Very
young
cool.
part, but
You've
you
got
know,
it. You're still 32, 34. You're good.
shit, closer to 50 than that. Oy
Yeah.
vey.
I tell people I'm 29 or 39 years old.
I
One of
can't
those two.
remember which one.
Exactly. But
Right on.
yeah, so how's your weather out there this week?
We're actually stoked so far. I mean, it's really solid. It's not going to be hot until, hold on. How about yours?
Oh yeah, we've got 80s. I mean, it's hitting 85 today. So after office, I think I got gutters or windows. I think gutters today. But yeah, 80, 86, 84, 85. It's going to be in the high
Yeah,
80s all week. So it's summer.
79 to mid 80s. Then we hit high 80s on Thursday, and then we drop back down on Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah, so we don't break 90, and if we're 90 or below, that's good. I was just having a conversation with somebody the other day about when it gets hot, and I was saying it used to be 110. If once it hit 110, that's hot,
Hmm.
and then it was like 108, and I think I'm at like that 106 mark now. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I can handle stuff after. Every year as I get older, my
It's
heat
harder, yeah.
the
Heat
heat
index.
level that I can accept is dropping. So yeah, man. I
Yeah,
feel
this
like
year I got to pay attention to hydration and electrolytes. Just
yeah.
get the balance, overdo it.
You still contemplate doing a working out thing?
Oh yeah, well, I'm lifting weights a little bit, trying to get the muscles going. Uh, having protein shakes, stuff like
He's like,
that.
I'm doing a
Trying to
16
incorporate
ounce
healthy eating.
protein shake lift every morning.
Bleh. Yeah, jiggle the ball, get it going. Yeah, got to get the protein in there. So I've got to, you know, my GI thing is fixed, but still got other stuff going on. So it's an uphill battle as always, but things are going well. I'm still healthy, still working. Just the important part, and feeling good. So just got to keep that
Word,
up.
word to
Hmm.
your
Hmm.
mother.
Yeah, yeah. I got to gain a lot of weight, so I got to get like weight gain 4,000, like Cartman. You know.
So if I didn't see you on these Deeds and Goo episodes in the mornings, then or Goo and Deeds or whatever, and then I went and saw you at the Huge, I wouldn't recognize you. But thankfully, I
Oh
see
yeah,
you three
you.
times a week, so I'm gonna get to
Well,
watch that
I don't know how much
progression.
I'll gain. Yeah, you'll see the progression. I'll be all swole, be like, I'll be jacked up on steroids or something crazy. No, kidding. But yeah, we'll see how it
You gonna
goes.
come out? You gonna come to the next Huge looking like Micro Mike, like
Oh
Radzinski?
yeah,
That dude's jacked.
yeah, yeah. Which way to the gym? No, I'm just yeah. I'm every morning I do pull-ups. So I do about 15 pull-ups, and then I just do some barbells. But I've got to work out the core because of the GI issues. And then it's funny you mentioned about something made me laugh earlier, but my wife and I were sitting on the couch the other day, and I put the leg of the couch down, and I like lifted my legs up because they're all thin and pathetic looking, like string beans, and like lifted them like a like somebody who can't move their legs. And my wife started fucking cracking up. My daughter's like, "What are
Uh,
you laughing at?" I couldn't say that Daddy's pathetic string bean legs, but it was funny. He had to be there.
oh, that is funny.
Yep, always picking on
Well, buddy,
myself. I thought it was good.
there's nothing better than poking fun at yourself.
Yes.
And that means you got a good sense of humor, and it's all good.
When you're
So
pointing the finger at somebody else, you got three laughing back at you, or
yeah,
something.
right, man. Something like
Yeah.
that. I can't count.
Something like that. But thanks for watching. Thanks for coming
Yeah, man,
out this morning. It's good talking to
it's
you,
been a
Jason.
great weekend, and it's always good to catch up with you on a Monday. I appreciate all that you do, Deeds, and I hope everything is going
You
well
too,
for you
man.
this week. Appreciate it. I want
Thanks.
to give a quick shout out. Kaylee at zero, Mike Matthews, thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Chad G, thanks for the restaurant. Give the
Oh
shout
yeah,
out.
Chad G,
You got
my
that job
man.
today.
I'll
Yeah.
give him a shout here in
Yeah.
a little bit too.
Yeah. Let us know later this week how those insides look. If you see like swirly towel marks of like really dirty ass shit, take some pictures. Let us know. You know.
I definitely. I told the owner that I'm going to be documenting my process, so he can see exactly how it looks.
Smart.
So
Well,
yeah,
good
man.
luck this morning, man.
Enjoy. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your week, everyone. Have a great
Change
one.
your rubbers, everybody.
Change your rubbers and make sure that bucket stays full.
Have a good one. Bye bye.